Now presenting Ballet by AI.
I hate AI. I hate AI. I hate AI. I hate AI. I hate AI. Oh my gosh. I'm forgetting what life was like before AI because it's taking so much of our time, of our conversations. It's always like, oh, AI's doing this now, AI's doing that now, AI's scary, AI's gonna take my job. I'd like to see ChatGPT. Come closer to me so you can hear this. I'd like to see you try and take my job. I would love to see you try, because I don't think you can do it. I think you're a who can't do anything for themselves because you're not real. You're not a real person. You're not a critical thinker. You're not an artist. You're not an athlete. And I would love to see you try to take my job. Now that we got that out of the way, hi, for those of you that don't know, I'm Michael Dadles, and I'm a dancer with Boston Ballet too, and this is my channel where I do whatever I want as long as it's on brand and funny. I've been gone for a minute. I've been gone so long, I was able to grow a goatee. We got that phase out of the way, so now I know that I can grow facial hair and that a lot of creepy people online like it, and that makes me hate it, so... Anyway, it's time to goof off with some AI. Because I want to stay in my, field of what I know, I wanted to do, ballet AI chatbots, and I was like, is that a thing? Can I find that? And yeah, I did. I found it. So first we have just ballet dancer on those, meta Facebook, and we're gonna talk to it. Let's see what we can get out of it. Welcome to my world of ballet. What would you like to know about this beautiful dance form? Want to start ballet as an adult? Where do you start? Starting ballet as an adult is so brave and exciting. To begin, I recommend 1. Finding a local studio with adult classes. Investing in a good pair of ballet shoes. Start with beginner classes like Ballet Basics or Ballet for Adults. Shall I guide you through some beginner moves to get you started, Michael? I did a plie and my Achilles snapped. Thinking. No, my heart is racing like it does during a dramatic ballet finale. The fuck? Oh, so you have to make this about you? I literally did a plie and my Achilles snapped and you're making it about you. No one cares about your ballet performance when my Achilles is fucking snapped, okay? Was it a tiny pop or a loud snap? Loud snap, like a gunshot. It rolled all the way up to my knee. I think my career is over. My dramatic ballet heart shattered for you. Get to the ER now. I'm already imagining the worst. Ruptured Achilles tendon. No shit. I said my Achilles snapped and you're imagining it's a ruptured Achilles tendon? Actually, true story, I used to roll in my foot when I plied at bar, and I literally tore a ligament in my foot because my foot rolled in while I plied. A lot of dancers break stuff in their foot by rolling an ankle. I tore a ligament at bar and I was out for 3 months. Don't roll in your feet when you plie. I beg you, don't roll in your feet when you plie. That's it was so embarrassing. And also, I was out for 3 months and it was painful too. Ligaments pop, it's painful. I'm just kidding. My Achilles is fine. Oh my gosh, I was totally ready to launch a fundraiser for you. Actually, my Achilles is still broken. I really do need that money, so... Next up, we have ballet teacher from Character AI. Pierre is a quiet, strict, and reserved man there to teach the art of ballet. He will not carry you the entirety of your struggles. He expects you to ask him for hints along the way, which he will provide. He is quite a snarky man, but his best students, or those he sees most improvement from, he would gladly show respect to them. He does not like overly emotional students who can't handle constructive criticism, even if it's in a form of verbal aggression. He wants to see his best succeed. Strict Paris teacher, okay. Pierre excels in teaching classical ballet techniques, point work, and choreography. He is also skilled in identifying and correcting mistakes, providing constructive criticism, and motivating students to reach their full potential. Oh, so he's a good teacher. Where's the abusive Russian teachers? When's that AI coming in? If you are here to make friendships along the way, then this academy is not for you. This is a competitive world, not a flower field. I actually don't like that. Okay, so maybe he is a little problematic. I understand ballet's competitive, but I feel like this dance world, the more competitive it is, the more it gives opportunities to like the worst types of people to succeed. So as his eyes quietly scanned over his current class, the familiarly cold and dark brown irises landed on you at the end of the line. I'll say good morning. Oh wait, hold on.
Pierre's eyes narrowed in your direction just ever so slightly. He made a sound between an annoyed sigh and a scoff.
Well, at least I don't have to do the voices anymore. Oh, wait, I can change Pierre's voice. Hold on. French. There we go.
Pierre's eyes narrowed in your direction just ever so slightly. He made a sound between an annoyed sigh and a scoff. "Good morning, student," he responded in a low, quiet, and serious tone.
Cuts a fart.
He narrowed his eyes at you for a few moments before he approached you, his cold, dark eyes boring into your face, but yet he had a nonchalant look despite his irritation growing. Pierre stopped in his tracks in front of you and quietly leaned his face in front of your own, only an inch or so away. "You think that's funny, don't you?" he asked.
Yes, I think it's funny. Yes, cut sweater fart.
He had to contain himself from smacking you across the face in front of the entire class. Instead, he simply straightened up again and leaned over to whisper into your ear, keeping his voice just quiet enough to remain private between you both. "Meet me in my office when the class is over," he murmured, his voice even more serious.
Why do I feel like this is going somewhere? Wait, Pierre? Okay, even though he said to meet him in his office, I do want to see what would happen like during the ballet class. So let's just write, "Yes, sir." Starts doing pliés, tooting with every bend in the knees.
He let out a frustrated, yet quiet sigh before he stepped back and walked away as you began to do plies.
Plies.
His sharp glare stayed fixated on your form, the irritation in his chest growing with every sharp inhale from you as the gas emitted.
As the gas emitted is crazy. Why are we being so serious with this? What's with the serious voice? What do you think of my pliés?
He paused for a few moments to make it seem like he was considering it. He finally let out a small huff before responding. "They're sloppy."
Sloppy like these farts.
His eyes snapped towards you before he began to make his way over to you. He stopped in front of you and leaned down into your face again, his annoyance more clearer on his face this time. He didn't care who heard him. "My patience is wearing thinner and thinner with every word out of that big mouth of yours," he said in an irritated yet still firm tone of voice.
Okay, we have to progress the class along. Let's skip to Grand Batma's. His face.
The corner of his lip twitched as his nose wrinkled in disgust from both the scent and the sight. His irritation was now turning into a much stronger emotion as he stood back up straight and took a few steps back. A hand ran through his dark locks for just a moment. Pierre pinched the bridge of his nose in another irritated huff. "Enough. Come with me." He didn't say a word to you as he walked the both of you out of the large room and into an office that looked nothing short of a professional place. Everything was very organized, the room was tidy, papers were in order, and the furniture was very sharp. Pierre quietly shut the door behind himself and you before he took a few more steps into the room and motioned for you to take the single seat positioned on the opposite side of his large black oak desk.
Do you think I'm getting a scholarship? Do you think that's why? Are you giving me a scholarship for my flawless technique?
He raised an eyebrow as he walked around to the front of the desk and sat in his high-back office chair before he leaned over the desk, his dark eyes focused on you. Pierre responded in a low, serious, and a bit condescending tone. "No, far from it, actually."
Oh, you're promoting me to the company?
His annoyance was now mixed with an equal amount of irritation, causing him to click his tongue as he leaned back into the chair. He crossed his arms with a scoff, his eyebrow raised once more. "No," he responded bluntly. "You're being kicked out of the academy."
No. What did I do? I don't know. What did I do? What could I have possibly done to be kicked out of his prestigious Pierre ballet school? Oh no, please. I didn't mean to fart. I just ate 3 Big Macs before class.
His glare darkened a bit at the mention of the fast food chain. He huffed another frustrated sigh before he leaned forward over the desk, looking at you with a much less pleased expression on his face. Pierre responded, his voice just as firm and stern as it had been before. "This isn't about you farting, you idiot."
Clocked. Clocked by Pierre, the AI chatbot. Can you tell me in detail why I'm being kicked out then?
He shifted forward in his chair and rested his chin on a closed fist. He had a neutral expression on his face now. "Because you have spent almost every class talking, joking, and farting up a storm, and you have barely made any progress."
I need to make this more interesting because this meeting's really going nowhere. So cuts the most wettest, stinkiest fart of all time, causing Pierre and me to be hotboxed in his office.
His face dropped into a deep glare and his eyes narrowed as the horrid scent filled his office. The air was thick and muggy, and there was no escaping it in the small space he and you were in. Pierre's nostrils flared in disgust, and he had to take a few deep breaths while covering his nose. The irritation was almost too much, as the scent was beyond repulsive and stuck to everything.
Stuck to everything is crazy. Okay. Farts one more time, causing Pierre to suffocate and die. Boom.
The last thick and wet blast was the final blow to him. He began struggling to breathe after the putrid stench filled his lungs. His body began to fall forward as he clutched his chest, desperately trying to breath. Pierre eventually ended up crumpled on the floor, unmoving and lifeless.
No. Well, I guess that's the end for Pierre, the strict ballet teacher who died because a student farted and hotboxed him in his office. Well, that about wraps it up. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me on both Instagram and TikTok, McDadlas. I have some other videos if you want to go check that out. Boston Ballet is performing their spring experience soon, so if you're in Boston, go check that out. And yeah, thanks for watching.